welcome to another exciting roller skating action featuring the Chiefs and the Bay Area Bombers. This game coming your way from Kezar Pavilion in Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco. This Walt Harris and Jerry Seltzer to describe the action, and we're picking up the action with the score of the Chiefs 3 and the Bombers 2. We're in the first period of play in the first half. 6 minutes left in this period. The Chiefs are in the gold and the green, the Bombers in the orange and deep brown. Getting off to a fast start here with a lot of action in the first 6 minutes of play. Wouldn't you say, Jerry?
There have been. These two teams have not met since that classic battle at Shea Stadium in which the Chiefs beat the Bombers, went on to take that Eastern Championship playoffs. And they're out here now in the West Coast trying to show the Bombers they're going to be just as strong out here.
And here we go. The jam getting underway. Ortiz moving up number 36 for the Bombers, and she's out of there on the jam. So the Bombers have the lead jammer out. The Bombers have a wall across that track now. The Chiefs unable to shake anybody loose. They're all trying to break it up, but they can't get anybody out of there. It's the Bombers strictly alone on this jam. Armida Ortiz, the only jammer out, but she's going to have to face the rough Sandy Dunn back there. Carolyn Moreland 43 in case she needs any help, and there's Moreland with a block and Ortiz. Now it works in reverse. When the Bombers kept the Chiefs from getting anybody out, now the Chiefs are keeping the Bombers from getting anybody back there to help out Ortiz. So that wall across the track now turned into a handicap for the Bombers. And Moreland and Sandy Dunn taking turns on the rookie Ortiz, so they've got her under control. Carol Venus-Myers trying to fight her way back there. Can't get back through that wall of gold shirts. Ortiz hammered by Sandy Dunn. A little rough out there. That's roller skating action. It's rough. Ortiz gets the rail, trying to pick up some speed. Time runs out, though. No points scored on that. And Sandy Dunn lowers the boom on Ortiz.
Well, here comes Margie Laszlo. Right after Sandy Dunn.
Laszlo came back, and they say Sandy Dunn was defending herself. No penalties have been called. So no score in the play. It remains 3 for the Chiefs and 2 for the Bombers.
Well, the Chiefs are going to have a long series here, and then they go up to the Pacific Northwest, and they don't get back to their home area. Only one series this summer for the fans watching in the East. We'll tell them about it later on against Ken Monty, Bob Woodbury's Wild Red Devils, and that's the only action for the summer. One thing different. The reason the Chiefs are playing these this summer, so many air-conditioned buildings, and fans can get out of that great heat.
Sandy Dunn wrapping Tucker. Grabs her with a headlock, slams her to the track. Everything legal when no one's looking. Here we go. Great rivalry between these two teams. They almost both go off the rules when they get together. Underneath that double block is Carol Venus-Myers. Moreland and McGuire left behind. Carol pouring it on now. Tucker blocking back there on Sandy Dunn. Here comes Carol Venus-Myers up to try and move in for the point. There it is. There it is. And jam's cut off and it's 1-point Bombers. Momentary loss of power here at Kezar in San Francisco. You didn't miss any action. 2:50 to go here in the first period of play. The Bombers and the Chiefs. As Jerry mentioned a few moments ago, we'll be going over the schedule for the Chiefs and that tremendous series they got coming up back there against the Red Devils. And with the Red Devils, you can bet there's going to be a lot of fireworks that Bob Woodbury and Ken Monty and the others that they have on that team. We'll be telling you about that a little later. Jerry will give you the dates and places where the games will be played, so you might want to jot it down. Right now on the jam, the Chiefs have out on this play Barbara Baker, 48. It looks like Debbie Thompson with her. Double block in there, and it takes Ortiz out of there, and down also goes Kathy Pulliam. So the Chiefs are certainly in charge on this jam. Barbara Baker, Debbie Thompson in that order. It's the closing of the pack. Sandy Dunn back there where she can block for him. Number 46, the great Sandy Dunn. Tremendous all-star skater. Point Baker out. The Pulliam was coming up. Baker went out. That double block in there. She takes them both down, and there's 2 points in there. 2 for each skater, making a total of 4 for the Chiefs on the play. And they go out in front now, 7-3 over the Bombers. Jerry, you want to mention a couple of dates? The game's coming up back east?
Sure do. We mentioned this big series between the Pioneers and the Chiefs, or rather the Red Devils. Sunday, August 5th, Comac, Long Island Arena. Monday, August 6th, the new Broome County Memorial Arena, brand new building wall in Binghamton, New York. Wednesday, August 8th, the air-conditioned War Memorial in Syracuse. Thursday, August 9th, at the Glen Falls Senior High School Gym in Glen Falls, New York. The first game, and the only one of this right in New York City, at Madison Square Garden, the Felt Forum, Walt. That's that small building, that good little 4,000-seat building. First time the Chiefs have ever skated there, and that's Saturday, August 11th, and of course, tickets now available through your Ticketron outlet and Madison Square Garden.
You know, the people that get a ticket for that game in California are going to really be surprised. They'll feel like they are part of the game right down there where they can really get in on the action. Here we go, double block by the Chiefs in there on Tucker. Also her teammate on that play, Althea Gandy, but they stayed up. There's a whip coming up for Moreland. The whip goes to McGuire, but Glasgow broke up. That is a great effort. Gives a whip to Althea Gandy, who's on her own now. The only threat, a Bomber skater coming up on the pack. The Chiefs lead 7-3. There's Sandy Dunn with a block on Althea Gandy. Sandy Dunn with another hard block in here. Gandy stays on her skates. No help back there for her. She's run into the rail by Sandy Dunn. Tucker tries to get back. Judy McGuire makes sure Dolores Tucker does not get back there. Down goes Althea Gandy, but she's gained. She gets up. She'll try again. Tucker hit by Sandy Dunn. On the rail, Carol Peanutsmeyer. Now she's back there where she can help her block, but the Chief skater is coming up on the down low. A little bit here. Score 7-4 now. That is the end of the first period of play with the score. The Bay Area Bombers 4 and the Chiefs 7. Walt Harris and Jerry Seltzer here at Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in San Francisco. We have the Chiefs and the Bombers going at it. The Chiefs leading 7-4. The men are on the track for the first time in this game. The second period just getting underway. Not on the jam immediately. We have two Chiefs skaters in action.
Like John Early has got number 47 on, and that's kind of throwing us here.
John Early leading on the jam. Chasing in with James Ball, 32. Kind of way back on the jam is Perez and Mallory. They were really having a battle. Another block in there. James Ball has the lead. Pete Boyd cuts in there and cuts off John Early. Ball slammed into the rail by Bill Grohl. These men really hitting out there. Rapping John Early and Pete Boyd. Boyd draws a warning for Bill Morrissey, the referee. James Ball slowed down by Bill Grohl. Another block on it. Ball goes back and levels. Now Pete Boyd working on Bill Grohl. He's down. There goes James Ball for the point. Oh, man, what action out here. We got it going tonight. No question about that.
I think we're going to be in for quite a series, Walt, and all the more power to this Chief team. You know, with the wild schedule in the league this season, the Chiefs, just night before last, had a game in Jackson, Mississippi. They're in here today, except due to our complex transportation situation these days, two skaters didn't make it. That's Sam Tiapula and Lloyd Turpin. They're going to be on hand for the next Chief game. But the Chiefs had to put a couple of young skaters in uniform for this one, and there's some jersey shifting. As you see, John Early, also Charlie O'Connell has the flu. He's out of this game, but he's coaching. He'll be back for the next Bomber game.
Out on the jam, Bob Dansell moving. Chris Rowe, number 42, right behind him for the Chiefs. Pete Boyd waiting on the back. Lost somebody must have been blasted to somebody. Bob Dansell with the block, and Chris Rowe sails right on by. Both men still moving on their skates, so moving on the back. Bill Grohl back to the block number 49. Pete Boyd back to number 36 for the Bombers, the moving wall. Bill Grohl with the block on Dansell. Pete Boyd slowing down. Chris Rowe slamming him with a hard wicked elbow shot. It might have been illegal. It was illegal. Blocked by Pete Boyd. He's off the track, and it's a point for the Chiefs. Gilla Roscoe now with a block on Chris Rowe. Already has picked up 1 point. Dansell put over the rail by Bill Grohl. Grohl moving up now. Roscoe with the block back there. Gilla Roscoe, great veteran star. Bob Dansell has the lead. Bill Grohl puts a block on him again. Chris Rowe trying to get by a Roscoe. Can't do it. He slammed into the rail. Spins along the rail. Time runs out. 1 point Chiefs. That was on the illegal block by Pete Boyd on the play. And the Chiefs lead the Bombers now 8-5. We were talking earlier about the tremendous series coming up on the East Coast with that wild Red Devil team coming in. One series only this summer. How about some of the other dates, Jerry?
All right, the last 5 games of the series, Walt. Sunday, August 12th at the RP High Fieldhouse in Troy, New York. Monday, August 13th, Kingston, New York, Dietz Memorial Stadium. Wednesday, August 15th, Patterson, New Jersey, Hinchcliffe Stadium. And Friday, August 17th, the new air-conditioned Civic Center in Springfield, Mass. And the series ends Saturday, August 18th, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Nassau, Long Island. Be sure and see one of these games in your area. The Chiefs and the Red Devils.
Here we go on the jam. Alden Mallory moving up, trying to overhaul. Joe Perez, jumping Joe Perez, battling back hard on Mallory. These men are really moving and blocking. That's what's great about a Chief Bomber series. They skate rough, but they skate fast, too. Mallory has the lead now. Jumping Joe Perez picking up speed again. Beat Boyd did a block for Mallory. They can make a move on Bill Grohl before Perez gets there. They can't. Bill Grohl got away from Pete Boyd's block. Perez now in scoring position. Pete Boyd has to worry about him. Mallory being blocked out by Bill Grohl. There's Bill Grohl, 49. Mallory, 33. Trying to find skating room. Pete Boyd back there, slowing down Perez of the Chiefs. Mallory again slowed down. Mallory coming back with the block on Perez. They level him. Now they're moving. Pete Boyd moving, not worrying about Perez for the moment, but he is up and moving again. Behind the back. Now Perez working on Mallory, who's on the rail. Mallory had scored that point. Bill Grohl looking for him one way. He went the other way. And they picked up the point for the Bombers. Score now, the Chiefs 8, the Bombers 6.
If you would like to get a free copy of the rules and understand this game better, put your name, address, city, station on which you watch this program on a postcard and send it to Rules, Box 1828, Oakland, California, 94604, and we'll explain the whole thing to you very carefully.
Well, Perez took a hard comeback block that time from Mallory. Figured he had to get even, and he did, and he ends up in the penalty box. So on the track, we have 5 Bombers, and we have 4 Chiefs. Score 8-6. The Chiefs on top. 6.5 minutes to go here in the second period of play. Don't forget, a lot of you fans see the second half next week. Come immediately, wherever you are. And Tony Roman grabs the lead on Mike Gammon. Mike Gammon right back at the inside. The 2 fastest men in the world on the bank track out there moving right now. Look at him move out there. And look at him move. Gammon. Oh! He's up. He's up. Man, oh man, how he ever got up, I'll never know. Roman getting it now from Bill Grohl. Mike Gammon with a hand on his back. Over that rail backwards that time. Spun along it. Down he went. He's back on his skates. He wants a shot at Roman and he gets it. He decks him. And then he is hurting. Mike Gammon is hurting. Here comes John Early. He hits Roman in the rail. Early has the lead in the jam, 47. Mike Gammon's going to give him whip, but Mike Gammon is hurting out there. Pete Boyd dumped by Bill Grohl, and there's a point for John Early. And Pete Boyd is down and hurting right now. Man, it's going to be fast. This is going to be rough. The Chiefs and the Bombers. There's the trainer checking with Pete Boyd.
Well, for the fans watching here on this Chief Network, right after this half, you're going to have interviews with Walt Harris, going to be talking to Eddie Perez and Barbara Baker, 2 of the better Chiefs that you don't get to talk to. And that Barbara Baker's quite a story, Walt. Being the daughter of Annis Big Red Jensen, Russ Rosie Baker, 2 of the best skaters ever to skate. And everyone said, when is she going to be another Annis Big Red Jensen? And Barbara never seemed to get up to that. She had a severe back injury. Everybody thought she could never skate again. And this season, she's really shown. I think she's one of the top skaters in the league.
Right you are, Jerry. 9-6 is score. The Chiefs lead. Here's a whip. Pete Boyd whipped out by the jammer, James Paul. And Bill Grohl goes in pursuit. So here we go. Mike Gammon is still on the track, though. He recovers from that one. That's Pete Boyd and Bill Grohl. Forget about skating. Here we go. The moving wall and Bill Grohl. All blocks nothing illegal. No penalties called. Charlie O'Connor waits. Pete Boyd on. Bill Grohl decked again as he gets up. That's what happens. Once you deck, the back catches up, you deck again before you get back on balance. Pete Boyd moving on the back. Bill Grohl back there to block. Now here we go. Hang on to your seats. Bill Grohl hits Pete Boyd. Boyd uses the rail. Hits him again. Knee block in there by Bill Grohl. An elbow block in there by Bill Grohl. And now shoulder block in there on Pete Boyd. A knee block in there. Bill Grohl working on a big man of the series. A knee block straight from over the rail and out on the floor. He goes. He's hanging there. Here comes James Paul in the jam. He'll grab the lead. Time's running out on him. That's it. Time ran out before he could get up there. Pete Boyd needs the trainer again. Score remains 9-6. Incidentally, I'd like to say hello to Pete Nistock, who's lobster fisherman on the East Coast. I met him in New York. I was back there in the spring for a game, the Garden. He came out here to California, to Petaluma, California, entered the World Wrestling Championship, and he was a runner-up. His first time out of the box, and that's quite some effort. Usually you can't hope to hardly place. So he did a fantastic job.
And Walt, of course, as you know, he was at that game at Shea Stadium. Brought me a 22-pound lobster.
I think Pete brought you the Loch Ness Monster.
I think so, too.
Here we go on the jam. Boy, Mike Gammon's getting it. Bob Dansell out, Tony Roman out. Chasing him, challenging him on the play is number 48. The man they picked up for this game, Frank Marino. Boy, German out of action. Blocking back there behind the pack on Bob Dansell. Dansell, the jammer, number 34. This Bill Grohl is rugged. Dansell looking for skating. Pete Boyd comes back. He blasted Bill Grohl. And scoring the point is Dansell. Moving in Lee now. Pete Boyd. Here's the whip to Dansell. Lee with a block on Dansell. Pete Boyd behind the back. No, around the other way, and Larry Lee is ready for him with another block. Larry Lee's getting a good game out there for the Chiefs, number 44. Dansell on the outside and moving fast into Marino. He's all down by Pete Boyd. Officials have to untangle this play. How many points? Which way do they go? One Chief point, one Bomber point, two Bomber points. That's the way it goes. Two Bomber points and one Chief point on a wild, wild play.
Say, if you would like to have a game scheduled in your area, you have a gym at a high school or college or any arena that seats more than 2,500 people, write to Bookings, P.O. Box 1827, Oakland, California, 94604. You might have the Bombers or the Chiefs or another fine team scheduled in your area next season. We're booking right now for next season, and why not raise money and have this great entertainment in your city?
10-8 is the score. The Chiefs on top. 1:30 to go in this period. Out of the jam, Alvin Mallory. And chasing on the play is Joe Perez. Now behind the back, they've got Pete Boyd. Pete Boyd grabs him by the heads. Oh, he's got them now. I don't know if they're out there or not. He had Pete Boyd. He thought he reached out, grabbed them both by the head. He's so big he can do it. He decked them both. Check the Chiefs skaters. Pete Boyd just too much man for him that time. Bombers scored 2 and the Chiefs scored 1 on the play. And now Larry Lee's working on Pete Boyd. Clobbering him, kicking him. Has him on the rail. This Larry Lee skated a good jam that time, and he didn't finish with the jam either. He's still throwing them. 11-10 is the score here. The Chiefs still lead by 1. 33 seconds to go here in the second period of play. Gammon decked Boyd then as he went by. Jerry, I missed that one.
He sure did. He gave him one last shot. Of course, Pete wasn't expecting it.
With O'Connell out of action in this game with the virus, Pete Boyd is the only big man the Bombers have out there. He's durable. Larry Lee is going to go to the penalty box. More skaters out there. 2 minutes in the penalty box. That makes 6. Well, that's the end of the second period anyway, with the score. The score 10-11 in what was a wild second period of action. Tremendous action all the way. You got two teams out there that skate fast and hit hard. That means the next time you see a team like this in your town, go out and take in the action. You folks need to see them against the Red Devils. Chiefs and the Red Devils, that'll be a thrilling series. All the way, Bob Woodbury leading that team. Well, the score here at the end of the second period of play is the Bay Area Bombers 10 and the Chiefs 11. Walt Harris and Jerry Seltzer here at Kezar Pavilion, Golden Gate Park in the city of San Francisco. And we really got one going here between the Chiefs and the Bombers. Chiefs lead 11-10. We're going now into the third period of play with the girls on the track. Remember, Jerry will be reminding you folks about that big one summer series coming up. The Red Devils and the Chiefs. Out there on the jam, we have number 43, Carolyn Moreland, 45, Judy McGuire, Marge Laszlo jamming here in the middle. Laszlo in the middle. Chief on each side. Flashing blonde Judy McGuire. The Carolyn Moreland is one of the top stars in the league now. This gal's really come a long ways. They're too much for Laszlo. They pull away. There are only 3 Chiefs out there. There are 4 Bombers, but the Chiefs are certainly in control on this play. Now there are 4 Chiefs. Now there are 5 Chiefs. They come flying out of the penalty boxes. Now there are 5 Bombers. Cheryl Petermeyer joins the back. The girls are jamming 43-45. They take Tucker out. They score a point apiece. As Laszlo falls over the top. They're going to score a bundle. A big, big play. 6 total points, I believe. That is correct. 16 points on the play. They lead 17-10 over the Bombers.
Well, all you can say that happened there is that you have an unusual situation. You started play with 6 skaters on the track because of penalties, and you end with 10. Teams such as the Chiefs find themselves in a more fortunate position. They picked up the slack blocking, were able to move right through there. It's tough to set your defenses at the start.
Don't forget those games in the East of the Red Devils. August 5th, Comac, New York, Long Island Arena. That's on a Sunday, August 5th. Monday, August 6th, Binghamton, New York, Rome County Memorial Arena. Wednesday, August 8th, Syracuse, New York, War Memorial Auditorium. That's a wild Red Devil team led by Big Bad Bob Woodbury, Ken Money and company. We're going to give you the rest of the race again later on. So keep with us. Stay with us. Here we go on the jam. Barbara Baker, number 48. Out of challenger, Althea Gandy, number 32. Baker cuts back to the inside, puts a block on Gandy. Gandy there trying to get to the inside. Baker cuts her off on the turn, though. Secondary jammers are out, but they're quite a ways back. Right now, the pack here and the 2 lead jammers. Gandy again with the lead. Baker alongside as they're closing in the pack. Baker with the block on Gandy grabs the lead as they move in the pack. There's Sandy Dunn. Sandy Dunn will drop back to block out Althea Gandy. Tucker blocking on Baker. Pushes her right over the rail. Tucker then hammers Sandy Dunn, and Gandy goes by for the point. Sandy Dunn is down, throws her helmet. Tucker goes back. Mitchell's run to the spot. Keep it under control.
Well, there you saw well part of that great feisty spirit the Chiefs have had all season. They're always been a small team, but there's got to be a reason they win. And everybody protects everybody else on that team.
And when they do, team spirit means a lot.
Well, continuing that Red Devil Chiefs series, Wednesday, April 8th, Syracuse at the War Memorial. Thursday, August 9th. Or if I said April, I meant August. Glen Falls, New York. Saturday, August 11th, the Felt Forum, Madison Square Garden, New York City. This is 4,000 seats. Sunday, August 12th, RBI Fieldhouse in Troy. Monday, August 13th, Dietz Stadium in Kingston, New York. And there's 3 more games. We'll tell them about them right after this jam.
Here we go. They got a bomber in there. Dolores Tucker. Moreland has her. Sandy Dunn has her. Judy McGuire has her. They're rocking her around. Here come the jammers. Debbie Thompson gets the point. The Bombers are on the deck, and they're being stepped on by first McGuire, then Sandy Dunn. And the Chiefs really worked the girls over on the Bomber team that time. Connell wants a penalty call, but he's not going to get any support from the referee. So he's going over and jaw away at Sandy Dunn himself. 18-11 now the score. 1 point on the play for the Chiefs.
Well, the last 3 games of the series between the Pioneers and Red Devils. Wednesday, August 15th, Hinchcliffe Stadium in Patterson. Friday, August 17th, the new Civic Center, air-conditioned in Springfield, Massachusetts. And the final game and the last game for several months for the Chiefs back there, Saturday, August 18th, Nassau Veterans Memorial Coliseum in Long Island. That, of course, is air-conditioned.
Here we go. Woo! What a trick from the last one, Laszlo Dector. They're way behind that pack now. 4 jammers moving on and moving fast. Laszlo moving on. Moreland dumps her, and there's 2 points for the Bombers. Laszlo goes back to Moreland. They're not settled yet out there in the battle. There are 2 Bomber points. 18-13 is now the score, and these gals are really moving out there. .13 is the score. Sandy Dunn is in the penalty box. Their time should be about up. Oh, she has to sit down again. She'll have some time to go. There we go. Pivot helmet by Carolyn Moreland, 43. She's hit by Tucker as soon as he puts on the helmet. She's a pivot skater, but she's way behind the pack. The jammer getting out. She's going to whip out the pivot skater. That was Kathy Pulliam, 31. The jammer started to play for the Bombers, then she whipped out Dolores Tucker at 34. And the brilliant Dolores Tucker's out on the jam. She's being chased, though, by Debbie Thompson, 44, and Judy McGuire, 45. 2 girls. Here's a whip from Debbie Thompson to McGuire. Help her close the gap on Dolores Tucker. Back to the block, Carolyn Moreland. Tucker coming into scoring position. Coming up fast is Judy McGuire for the Chiefs. Tucker trying to outfeint for it. Won't go for it. Now, They collided. She goes by. Ortiz goes by. 2 Bomber points. Oh, Morrissey says 1. He says the play was cut off before the other Bomber went by. Or no, he said she hit the infield. He said Ortiz put a skate on the infield when she went by. The second point for the Bombers is not allowed. It's just 1 Bomber point. They have 14 on the scoreboard now, and the Chiefs have 18, and Bill Morrissey still hopping along the track trying to show everybody what happened. Ortiz hit the infield with a skate. You cannot hit the infield to pass another skater. You do go by him, you got to go back and pass him again to get that. 18 to 14 is the score. 5:18 to go here in the third period of play in the first half. Interviews at the end of the half. Don't forget to watch the last half. If you watch it next week on the station, it certainly should be brilliant. Here we go. Carol Meyer out of the jam. There's her block on Baker. And Peanut skates away. Every time, look out, they've got Tucker. Sandy Dunn has a headlock on Tucker. Here comes Moreland from behind. Wraps her with a fist. Hits her with another fist. Hits her again. While they're working on it, Carol Meyer picks up 2 points. While they were working on Tucker, Carol Meyer went by for 2 points. Laszlo and Moreland. Laszlo hits it extra. Moreland zates away the winner that time. And the Bombers score on that last play. It's 18 to 16 on the scoreboard now. The Chiefs lead the Bombers by 2. Trainer helping Laszlo up.
To put your name on the mailing list and receive special advanced scheduling information on games in your area, send your name, address, city, zip code number of the station on which you watch this program to mailing list, P.O. Box 1828, Oakland, California 94604, and you'll get special advanced information about upcoming games in your area.
Here we go with another jam. 3:45 to go in this period. Moreland in the penalty box. Laszlo in the penalty box. Each team with 4 skaters out there. Kathy Pulliam blasted out of there by Judy McGuire on the play. They've got a Bomber Tucker back there again, and she's passed for a point. That was Sandy Dunn and Barbara Baker working on Tucker. They're going to try for more. They're moving. Carol Penis-Meyer is decked in there by Claudia Hogdy. She's passed for a point. And that's 2 cheap points, and things are getting rough out here. 20 to 16 is the score.
A lot of people say the Chiefs can't skate rough, but they look like they can do what they have to do. And when you've got a team that's as strong as Sandy Dunn and Barbara Baker and Judy McGuire, Carolyn Moreland, really, you don't suffer too much in strength from top to bottom. They don't have really the truly spectacular girl that you come to think of like a Joan Weston or perhaps like a Margie Laszlo, but I'd say from top to bottom, you can't find a better women's squad.
Well, it's always amazing to me. I don't get a chance to see teams like the Chiefs all the time, and so sometimes it's a couple of months in between, and when I do, it's amazing the improvements in some of the skaters out there. They've had some skaters there that have really come along this last year. Here we go again. Kathy Pulliam out on the jam, 31, and chasing her. Carolyn Moreland, 43, and Judy McGuire, 45. The Chiefs have 2 jammers out, and the Bombers have 1. Maybe she better cut off the jam, and she does. The only thing she could do. 2 great skaters moving on her as the youngster cut off the jam. Said 20 to 16 the score remains. The Chiefs on top with 2 minutes to go here in the third period of play. Don't forget, you folks want to see that Red Devil team in action. And that's loaded with talent from top to bottom, the kind that explodes all over the place.
Of course, the main thing, Walt, is there's never been any games scheduled back there in the summer. If there's a good turnout, they'll get more next summer.
Here we go. Laszlo tries to get out. Moreland cuts in front of Moreland, and McGuire again on the jam. These gals really working hard for the Chiefs. Laszlo in the middle. Margie Laszlo in the middle. McGuire 45. Oh, Laszlo sidestepped the block by McGuire. McGuire hit Moreland, and down they went. And Margie Laszlo is all by herself with the Bombers now, who trail by 4. With 1:17 to go in this period. This could be the last jam in the third period. She's got in the back. She's the only girl in scoring position, number 30. A pull away here by the Chiefs. A pull away by the Chiefs. They're going to skate out the full 60 seconds here. What's left of it? Tucker in there, the block of McGuire. Laszlo scores. Carol Meyer, the block on Hockey. Another point. little whip here to Laszlo. She has two. Can she stay up? Moving on Sandy Dunn now. She has scored two. Moving on Sandy Dunn. Time running short alongside. She might do her own blocking. She can get another half stride in there. Laszlo with that half stride does the blocking. Picks up her third point. Cuts it off. Oh, man. Sandy Dunn out on the floor. Tucker almost went over the rail after Sandy Dunn. Now she's grabbed. Sandy Dunn was dropping the helmet by Tucker. These gals are wild out there tonight. Tremendous spirited game between two of the top clubs that ever got on the bank track. That makes the score 20-19. We still have 12 seconds to go here in this period. Now they've got Tucker. McGuire grabbed it from behind. Standing up, building her with a helmet. Mullen wants to be in here. Here comes Carol. Fire. She's grabbed from behind from McGuire. Carol over the two Bomber girls. Here's Laszlo now. Trying to get a piece of Moreland. He got a hold of her. He's building her. Taking her down the track. Knees in here by Laszlo. Laszlo down. Moreland staying up. Bombers really getting battered here by the Chief club. The help down there from Moreland didn't pay off when they hit the deck. That's Sandy Dunn and Moreland down there. Up there to talk to him, John Early. Well, that's the end of the third period of play with the score. The Bay Area Bombers 19 and the Chiefs 20.
Well, for those who've just joined us, what a fantastic period it's been. Game, rather, I should say. First three periods have just been something else. This Chief team has come in to skate.
Well, it's all coming your way from Kezar and San Francisco. The Chiefs and the Bombers will want a tremendous first half we are having. They've been tearing a place apart. 20-19 is the score. The Chiefs lead the Bombers by one. On the jam, Chris Rowe, 42. James Ball, 32, moving behind him. There's the pack, walking in there. The Chiefs are minus Sam Teopold. Lloyd Jordan didn't get in time for the game. They skated night before last in Jackson, Mississippi, and that's a pretty long drive across the country. The Bombers are minus Charlie O'Connell. He's out for the virus, although he's coaching in the infield. Should be ready to go in the next game. Chris Rowe trying to move by Pete Boyd. James Ball trying to get by Bill Grohl, the rugged Bill Grohl, Pride of New York. Number 49. There's his block on James Ball. Spins him into the rail. Solid 190 pounds out there. Bill Grohl puts Ball into the rail again. Pete Boyd puts Chris Rowe down. Now Pete Boyd will move on Bill Grohl. There he is. Bill Grohl sidesteps. It was a good move. Cuts in front of him. There's a block on James Ball again. Rides him up on the rail. Time running out. That's it. No score on that jam. The first jam here in the fourth period of play. 20-19 is the score. This is Walt Harris and Jerry Seltzer describing the action here in San Francisco.
You know, Walt, we're here at Kezar Pavilion, and all over the country, sometimes people get Kezar Pavilion confused with Kezar Stadium, which, of course, is right next to the edge of Golden Gate Park. We are inside. It's about 4,000 seats, and any Sunday, if you fans anywhere are going on your summer vacation, coming to San Francisco, 3:45 any Sunday, come here to Kezar Pavilion, and you'll see these great teams in action.
You folks in the Bay Area got a big game in San Jose tomorrow night, Wednesday in Stockton, Thursday in Sacramento, and Saturday at the Oakland Coliseum Arena. We'll be telling you about those games and the big special events later on. Pete Boyd blocking Bill Grohl. Mike Gammon up there. He's down about 3 men. He's out and moving, and Tony Roman is chasing him now. Tony Roman chasing Mike Gammon. Here we go. Look out. And behind has an advantage there. Bill Grohl right on his face. Oh, man. This is a fast, tremendous game here. The Chiefs and the Bombers. Tony Roman moving. Bill Grohl and Mike Gammons over their plays backfired that time. Both ended up on the deck. Bill Grohl the block now on Tony Roman. Dynamite Tony Roman on this play against rugged Bill Grohl. Ex-amateur boxer, ex-professional baseball player. Pretty good golfer, but a great roller derby star. Bill Grohl blocking at Tony Roman. Mike Gammon coming back. He takes a shot in there. He decks Tony Roman. He's not. Look out, look out, look out. Bill Morris, he walks out. So move away, Mike. Bill Grohl goes out there. Charlie O'Connell out there. Jim Cook there. Trainer there. Tony Roman being picked up by Jim Cook and the trainer. Oh, boy. 20-19, the score remains. What a battle we got going here, Jerry.
Well, you know, that's interesting. Charlie O'Connell out there. Ordinarily in the situation last season, Charlie is just recovering from the flu, a virus. He would have come in, looked at the lineup, and said, I have to skate. He could have skated this game. He'll be in the next Bomber game. There he is. You see he's pretty fit health. But he looks out there and he sees he's got Pete Boyd, he's got Jim Cook, he's got Gil Orozco and Jim Paul, Al Mallory. This team can go without him, and that makes a difference.
Fighting his virus for over a week. He tried to skate once a week ago and then had to leave in the middle of the cages, so sick he couldn't stand up. Here we go. On the jam, Joe Perez, number 43. Alvin Mallory, 33. Jumping Joe Perez, Buddy Atkinson Sr. calls him. He's come along. He's really working on Mallory now. Hammers him again. They've got the back. Larry Lee there, number 44, is doing a pretty fine job for the Chiefs, too. He's blocking Alvin Mallory. Pete Boyd back there, really working over Joe Perez. Moving ball, Pete Boyd hammers him into the rail. This Pete Boyd is rough, and he likes it rough. Larry Lee's going down Mallory, and then Bill Grove puts a finishing block on him. Pete Boyd blasted out of there by Bill Grove. Perez goes by for point. He's cut off by Gil Orozco. 1 point for the Chiefs. Out on the floor. Perez. Boy, it's going to be rough before we're through in this one. Don't forget to see that last half, too. This is just the first half. This is the fourth period of play.
You know, sometimes on a team you can get a little bit of dissension in management. Well, Buddy Atkinson Sr., of course, and one-time great coach for the Chiefs. Look out.
Bill Grove blasting. Gil Orozco, the lead of the midsection. Pete Boyd is challenging Bill Grove, and he gets a leg. He gets a right hand on the chin. Amateur boxer lays him in there, and Mike Gammon comes off the rail on him now.
Tony Roman started coming Mike Gammon from the other end of the track, but I think the referees have this in order. Buddy Atkinson Sr. definitely does not agree with the way that Charlie O'Connell has had this team skating these last rough couple of series, and it's going to be interesting to see his views on this game because, of course, he trains the skaters now for the Bombers, and the Chiefs are the team he coached most of this season.
Well, the Chiefs have a reputation on the East Coast for clean, hard skating, but they've come into this game. I guess they've heard about the Bombers' new style, and they're going to meet them fire with fire, and man, we got one going here. So Bill Grohl's in the penalty box. Bob Dansell out on the jam, and moving right behind him is Con Early, 47. Roman and Gammon at the rear of the pack going at it. Gammon gets it from Roman. Dansell gets it from John Early. Early has the lead in the jam. Roman is down. Mike Gammon gets him again. Roman sets us up. Here comes John Early, 47. Oh! Roman looked like he wrapped him right on the nose with the left hook over his shoulder. So left hook that way. There it is again. Hammers him with an elbow block. Tony Roman, who can do it all. Half man. Oh, he lays another. Here comes Gammon. Oh. Gammon coming back on the Roman. Roman went under, but he flew through the air. He must have gone 10 feet. And he hit Early, who tries to get up and goes down again. Larry Lee goes by him, but the officials have called off the jam with an injured skater on the track. Here we go. Oh, man.
You know,
getting things rough out there.
There's Tony Roman. You can't accuse Mike Gammon of holding back anything. He lets go entirely.
Early comes up to the knee to Roman.
Mike Gammon and Tony Roman have quite a match race coming up next Saturday here in the Bay Area at the Oakland Coliseum Arena. It's going to answer the question, really, of who's the fastest and who's the strongest. They go 5 laps, speed only, and only on the last lap will blocking be allowed. And, of course, I guess both of them think they're going to be a bit ahead of each other.
Well, I know in the years that I've been associated with this game, I don't know of two small men, that would approach the ability of those two. Tony Roman and Mike Gammon. One of the greatest small men ever to lace them up on the bank track. 21-19 the score here. 4:24 to go in the first half. Then interviews. James Paul moving for the Bombers. Getting whipped out of there on the play, jumping Joe Perez, number 43 for the Chiefs. Mike Gammon's in the penalty box. He's on the track. It's early in there. Bombers full strength, Chiefs with 4. James Paul has got the back. Alvin Mallory, a jammer, is back there, number 33, to do some blocking on Joe Perez. He's not in scoring position. Mallory is not. Larry Lee doing a fine job on James Paul. Larry Lee's really come along this year. Bill Grove waiting to get a shot in there, James Paul. Here comes Alvin Mallory, the block. Larry Lee and Bill Grohl. Oh, now he's moving on Bill Grohl. That's 1 point for Paul. He's pulling them around behind. Well, they went off the infield. Look out. Into the Bomber penalty box goes Bill Grohl. He comes up and he wants to start swinging. There's nobody there. Oh, man, this is a wild one out here. Point each way that time. 22-20 is the score. 3:05 to go in the first half. Don't forget, people in the West Coast, they have a big series coming up tomorrow night in San Jose, Wednesday in Stockton, Thursday in Sacramento, Saturday in Oakland at the Coliseum Arena. We'll be telling about those games later on here, just as we keep telling the fans on the East Coast on the Chief Network about the games they have coming up back there.
Well, the big game in Salinas, only one of the season, on Tuesday, June 19th at the Salinas Ballpark between these same two teams.
Here we go on the jam. Here we go, Bob Dansell out and moving and working on him, hard is John Early. I'm going to call it him, Mean John Early. He's skating like he's mad tonight. John Early is the only man out on the jam.
No
by
doubt.
2.
This men's team's going to be stronger, too, when Sam Tiapula and, of course, Lloyd Turbin rejoin it for the next game. It's going to make a whole different men's team almost for the Chiefs.
Pete Boyd back to the block, number 36. Roscoe's getting on the infield, yelling at Pete Boyd, telling him what to do. Look out, it's a pull-away, but Pete Boyd's in the middle of the Chief pack. He blasted his way right by him. The moving wall would not be stopped. Mike Hammond saying, come on, catch him. A pull-away here by the Bombers on the Chiefs. It's leading up to the remaining time. 10 seconds left. I'm running short a double whip. No, they can't reach the man they have to whip. Everything went haywire. They kept trying to set up a whip out there, a double whip, but they could never reach the man they wanted to whip. John Early.
That's pretty embarrassing, Walt, and when you're world champions, it's even more embarrassing. They now have beaten, by the way, the teams in the league 3 straight times for the world title, so they may be having a bad play here, but you know the Chiefs are going to stay right in this game.
22-20 is the score. They lead by 2. We have time for another jam here in the first half. Remember, this jam can go the full 60 seconds. Taking it underway for us out here. 22-20 is the score. Here we go now. 44 seconds left in this period. Bob Dansell is out. Now, this jam will go the full 60 seconds. With 39 seconds left in the half. All 4 jammers are out. Dansell, 34. Tony Roman taking out Mike Hammond. Ends up all by himself. This Dynamite Tony Roman skating himself a great first half.
Well, I think you know who's going to be back blocking it.
Yeah, Mike Hammond will want another shot at him, but Bill Grohl's back there right now. Bill Grohl and Larry Lee. Pete Boyd back there to lead the charge now, and the crowd starts to roar. Moving wall, talking to Tony Roman with 25 seconds of jamming time left. Larry Lee, 44, Bill Grohl, 49. They let Pete Boyd go through. Roman tries to follow. No room. 15 seconds left in the jam. Game time is over. 10 seconds left. This could be their last effort right here. Oh, they jumped over Boyd, who went down in front of him. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Did he do or what? I had 1 second. The officials had 1 second. It's 2 points for the Bombers. They've got Pete Boyd, Larry Lee, and Gammon. He's trying to protect Roman, and they've got him. That's the end of the first half. With the score, the Bay Area Bombers 22 and the Chiefs 22. With me, Barbara Baker of the Chiefs and Joe Perez of the Chiefs. It was a great game tonight. I want to congratulate you two on a tremendous performance against the Bombers. But if you don't mind, let's talk about something that's coming up. You have a series coming up in the East against the Red Devils. That means Bob Woodbury, and I know your club hasn't faced Bob Woodbury for a long time. When he takes a team out on the track, it sort of disrupts the whole game. Barbara, that won't affect you, when he's on there, but it will affect you, Joe. It's been a long time since you faced this man.
Yes, it has. It's been a long time.
Do you anticipate any trouble from Bob Woodbury?
Yes, a lot of trouble. He's a lot bigger. I've only been skating for about 2 years now, so Like he says, he's rough. And like we don't have really a strong team, but like Grohl, he's doing a darn good job. And I'm sure he can take care of Woodbury.
Well, let me say, Joe, you look like you've been skating for about 5 or 6 years. You look tremendous out there on the track. Barbara, you won't have to face Woodbury sometimes, I might say, because he just finished a series in the Bay Area where he clobbered Laszlo a few times, so he's not bashful about who he hits. But you still got a tough women's field to contend with. Rosetta Saunders, she's a lot of gal.
She is. She's a very big girl, and she's come along so good in the last couple of years that she's really getting up there now.
Now, are you prepared to face a team like this? Because when they come on the track, they make no bones out about the fact they're going to go out there and get your top skaters. Hurt them, get them out of the game. That's the way Woodbury handles the team. And he's got the man on the infield that can tell him who to go get, because that's Ken Monty coaching on the infield. Now, I think he knows all the answers in this game. He was a great star for many years. You think Ken Monty will have a bearing in the outcome of your series against the Red Devils?
Oh, definitely. Kenny's been around for many, many years, and he knows almost every trick in the book. So I'm sure it's going to be a rough series, but I'm sure the girls can take care of themselves because we have a very strong girls field.
That you have. Have you ever gone against Ken Monty? I don't think as a skater, maybe, but as a coach, Joe.
No, I haven't skated against him. I skated under him a few games, and I enjoyed skating under him because, like, he helped me a lot. And I got most of my experience from Kenny.
Then you ought to be able to handle some rough skating.
No, I'll just keep my eyes open. I'll be more alert, you know, as far as the infill and the track. Because I know there's Woodbury and there's Ken Monty, so.
Now, between those two, you're going to have to watch who's on the track and who's on the infield.
Right.
Well, Joe, you got a good team to help you in it. We wish you a lot of luck in this series coming up against the Red Devils. They're a tough team.
Okay, thank you, Walt.
Barbara, you're doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work.
Okay, thank you.
Barbara Baker and Joe Perez of the Chiefs, who have a series coming up on the East Coast. A lot of you fans will get a chance to see them against the Red Devils, headed by Bob Woodbury, Ken Monty, Rosetta Saunders, JoJo Stafford, and many other great stars. Well, the final score here again was 44. The final score we don't have because that was just the end of the half. We'll be back with the last half next week at most of these stations. Walt Harris from Kezar in San Francisco.